Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting chemistry lesson by Dr. Andrea. A very important aspect under stereoisomerism that is so confusing to a lot of students. A lot of students have complained bitterly, and I've often told them that they shouldn't worry. I'll do a video on it, and today I am doing a video on it where I will break it down so you can be an expert too in this particular area. And it is called the R and X configuration. This is under what we call optical isomerism, right? Whereby we talk about chiral carbon here. Now we should understand some foundation on this part. We should understand that under R and S configuration that falls under optical isomerism, we talk about optically active compound and optically inactive compound. I'll just give you a surface briefing on that here before we go straight to this particular question. Now, we should understand that for a compound to be optically active, that compound should be able to rotate the plane of polarized light. And for you to be able to rotate the plane of polarized light, you must possess chiral centers or chiral carbon, even though we have a few exceptions. Now, when we say chiral carbons or stereogenic centers, it simply means a carbon having 4 different groups attached to it. It must be 4 different groups. And the opposite of optically active compound is optically inactive compound. So if we have said that an optically active compound can rotate the plane of polarized light, right? Then optically inactive compound shouldn't be able to rotate the plane of polarized light because it lacks chiral centers or chiral carbons. Now, let us enjoy this aspect of chemistry because actually chemistry is fun and it loves those that love it. Now look at it now. We've talked about that. We should understand that from the word chirality, it means handedness. So if a compound is able to rotate the plane of polarized light, that compound can either rotate it either to the left or to the right. If a rotation is to the right, it is called the dextro-rotatory. Dextro-rotatory. And we use the symbol D to denote it, or plus. Well, if that compound is able to rotate the plane of polarized light to the left, it is called levo or levorotatory. Like people who are right-handed. I, for one, I use both ends. I'm right-handed. I use my right hand to do most of the things I do. So I am dextro-rotatory. While those who are left-handed, we call them in school those days, we call them oge lefty. People who are left-handed. So we should understand that stereochemistry has to do with a 3D form or a 3D dimensions, right? So now we now talk about the advanced form, which is what we call the arrow and the X configuration. Don't get it twisted. Now, arrow and X. Arrow simply stands for rectus, which means clockwise, while X, thank God,